he knows that if we don't bring that about, that the church probably just won't make it. They won't be a church. They'll just be the Protestant church. All these Protestant churches, which they're all different. I mean, Catholic churches have got a pretty big following yet. If it disappears and all the people join something else, then that's a lot of them are joining non-Christian religions because they realize it's bullshit. They're sick of it. They can make it good. I mean, I'd like to belong to something that has some history, though. The language is really hard with Hinduism, though. I mean, there may come a day when there are no Hindus here because, they're going to die off, and the children might not stay with that even because they're not going to learn all that stuff either. It's a difficult language. They grow up in our public schools. We need to come up with our own religion. We can't rely on another religion. Those temples will all be gone someday. There'll be a few in the big cities that they'll keep, but I think a lot of that stuff's just going to get dilapidated and they'll abandon it. That's sad for that to happen, but it's not from here. It's a different language. It's a different culture. The diet's different. It's too different. The people are eating meat. The Hindus are all eating meat now. A lot of them are. The old people maybe are sticking with the old way, but the children aren't gonna. You can't expect these kids to follow something that's counter to everything. We need to fix our church so that they can have something to come to, and because that's probably where they're going to end up, is either have no religion, because they're not really staying with Hinduism. When they have kids, it's going to gradually be lost every time a generation goes by. They're going to probably marry into this country. The only way they can preserve their culture is if they move back to India, I think. Either that or live in a big city and there's like a India town. They might be able to preserve it some, but it's going to erode. And these temples, in the big cities, they'll probably be okay, maybe. But out in the middle of nowhere, anyone that's building temples out, that stuff's, there's already one that's dilapidated. That I heard about. It's out in West Virginia or something like that, Ohio, West Virginia, and it's like, I saw comments, the place is kind of, there's not enough people. These people love their religion and everything, but they die. The older people die off, and the younger people are too busy trying to make their way in our society. They don't want to be outcasts. They don't want to be different, and they're probably join the church. If there's a church to join, the church will get better, and maybe it'll actually learn something from these Hindus, and the church will improve, and this country will probably be a Christian nation. But it'll be an improved Christian nation. And people will respect Hinduism. They won't attack it like they used to, but it's a lot to learn. That language and everything, it's too much. I don't think I'll ever be able to learn that language. I tried learning it, and I just can't pick it up. And these kids are going to have the same problem. They're born here in America, and they learn English, and they might learn a little Hindi from their parents, but if they're not particularly interested in religion, they're not going to learn that. They're going to be concentrating on trying to get their algebra done and stuff like that so they can get a job, so they can become a doctor. They're not going to become experts at Hinduism. They're not going to be able to. I mean, these temples are beautiful. I wonder how that's going to work out if they fall out of repair. But I don't know. Maybe it could catch on, and maybe the Americans will keep them going. Maybe they'll found a new thing here and it'll stay. But it's not going to be like it is in India. It's going to have its own flavor. And if they stop coming over here, which I could see that happening. I mean, when things get better in India, there won't be a need to come here. I mean, the reason why they're coming over here is because we've meddled in those other countries and created all kinds of problems in them and slowed down their progress, so they come here because it's miserable over there. But when they get dug out of that, they won't need to come here anymore. They'll stay there and they'll become doctors and they'll contribute to their own culture. Right now they're contributing to ours. We're draining all their best people off. They're all coming here and they're moving here. And I think Hinduism will thrive in India. I think it'll be okay there. And I think the Christian religion will realize, oh, they're not so bad. You know, they're good. They have some history behind them and stuff. They've got a lot going for them. And we'll stop attacking them. But I don't know if we're going to have the diversity like we have now. I mean, I enjoy going to all these ethnic things and everything, but in another 100 years, 50, 100 years, people won't be coming over here. They won't need to, which is good. You know, who wants to relocate to another country? That can't be any fun. You leave your family back in India and you have to fly back there if you want to ever see them again. That's not good. Breaks up families. That'll come to an end. I don't think there's going to be as much migration because the wars are going to end. These wars are going to end. All this shit, and a lot of it we're causing. We're causing a lot of this stuff. We have all these immigrants that come in, and we think that's normal. That's not normal to have all these immigrants coming in here. Not now. I mean, we stir up all these foreign countries, and then the people can't even live in their own country anymore, so they come here. In India, they should be happy there. They shouldn't be coming here. Same thing with China. We went over there and we financed communism. Made it miserable over there. That was all paid for by Western money. We wouldn't have put that money in, it wouldn't have been so successful. Maybe less than half of China maybe would have fallen under communism. They wouldn't have been able to take over such a large area without our help. Maybe Russia could have got Mongolia or something like that. There's some areas near their border, but a lot of money came from the West to pay for the Chinese Revolution, and we paid for the Russian Revolution too. Germany, I mean, you can see why Germany would want to do that, but we were doing it, we were sending them money. These big bankers, these elites, same ones that started Zionism. And how many millions died? Russians died in that. And then they break themselves free of communism, and then we make war on them. We pick a fight with them. We could have been their ally, and we could have countered China.